Welcome to Throwing the Jab with your host, Willie Needham. This online evangelism training show is dedicated to taking questions and objections to the Christian faith and giving a brief and practical response to be able to set up for more powerful gospel conversations. You see, in boxing, the jab is always very quick and it has to be able to set up for more powerful punches. That's what I'm here to do for you as Christians, so that you can get right back out there and fight until the bell rings. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Throwing the Jab. The logical fallacy I'm going to be addressing today is known as the No True Scotsman Fallacy. See, generally this is used as a way to discount the validity of Christianity. For instance, people will try to say that Hitler was a Christian, and that any Christian who says no, he wasn't, because why would a Christian be okay with that? They say, oh, you're just committing the No True Scotsman fallacy. Or they try to say that Christians are responsible for the Crusades, or the Spanish Inquisition, or even slavery back in the 1800s. And anytime we deny it, they say, oh, you're just committing the No True Scotsman fallacy. Well, what exactly is the No True Scotsman fallacy? Well, here's a little example. So, here we have a Scotsman, and then we have a skeptical guy. So the skeptical guy says, there is no possible way that any Scotsman ever puts sugar in his porridge. And then this guy up here in the top of the page, "Aye, my name be Angus. I was born in Loch Lomond, laddie. I eat my weight in haggis every day. And I'm the Cabertons champion of Glasgow. But I be putting sugar in my porridge." And then skeptical guy says, like I said, no true Scotsman ever puts sugar in his porridge. Now that's a rather silly thing to just throw out there, to completely discount the validity of whether or not a Scotsman is truly a Scotsman. I mean, the fact of the matter is that sugar in porridge is not what makes a Scotsman a Scotsman. What makes a Scotsman is where they're born, where they currently live, and what kind of culture they partake in. So likewise, if a Christian says, we had nothing to do with the Holocaust, Christians don't have anything to do with the Holocaust, well, might want to take their word for it, because they're telling the truth. Because we had nothing to do with that. Usually, the No True Scotsman fallacy is cited whenever they think that we're just denying things that we're not really okay with. Well, here's something that Jesus said about people claiming to be Christians, but actually are not. It's in Matthew chapter 7, verses 13 through 27. "Enter by the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leads to destruction, and there are many who go in by it. Because narrow is the gate and difficult is the way which leads to life, and there are few who find it. Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves. You will know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes from thorn bushes, or figs from thistles? Even so, every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree bears bad fruit. A good tree cannot bear bad fruit, nor can a bad tree bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Therefore, by their fruits you will know them. Not everyone who says to me, 'Lord, Lord,' shall enter the kingdom of heaven, but he who does the will of my Father in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, 'Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in your name, cast out demons in your name, and done many wonders in your name?' And I will declare to them, 'I never knew you. Depart from me, you who practice lawlessness.' Therefore, whoever hears these sayings of mine and does them, I will liken him to a wise man who built his house on the rock. And the rain descended, the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on that house, and it did not fall, for it was founded on the rock. But everyone who hears these sayings of mine and does not do them will be like a foolish man who built his house on the sand. And the rain descended, the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on the house, and it fell, and great was that fall." Jesus is pretty much making a full-on disclaimer of, yeah, by the way, not everybody who says they're a Christian is going to actually be a Christian. Look at their life, look at their actions. So if somebody says that they're a Christian and they go around murdering millions of people, well, there's a good chance they're probably not. If they say that they're a Christian and they own slaves, well, they're probably not a Christian. They're probably faking it, or there is some serious sin that they got to deal with. It does not mean that Christians think that slavery is okay. All right? It does not mean that Christians think that the Holocaust was all right. It was not okay. Neither was the Spanish Inquisition, neither were the Crusades. Okay? So the next time you try to say, like, oh, Christians are responsible for all these horrible things, we weren't. They were dumb people, evil people, who were exploiting the name of Christianity. They were exploiting the name of Jesus and the name of God for their own gain, for their own agenda. And shame on them. They will be dealt with. Because even if they were convinced that they themselves were Christian, they will stand before Jesus that day, and Jesus will say, "Depart from me, you who practice lawlessness." So, with all of that being said, the next time you feel like citing the no true Scotsman fallacy on somebody else, make sure that you're not going to commit it on your own in the process of attempting to cite it. All right? Well, I hope this helped clear some things up. If you have any further questions, feel free to email me at wneedham@scfministry.com. Thank you all for watching, and have a good day. God bless. Remember, nobody is unsavable. No matter how hard they try to fight back, they are still capable of being saved. No matter how unarmed you may seem in comparison to their capabilities intellectually or socially, they are still capable of being saved as long as there is breath in their lungs. But you gotta keep moving forward and keep sharing the gospel and keep fighting. That's what we're here for. That's our purpose here on the earth as Christians. I hope and pray that you've been blessed by this ministry. If you have any questions or objections that you'd like me to answer, please send it to my email, or you can send it via Twitter at SCF Ministry, or you can look us up on Facebook with the Southpaw Soapbox Evangelism Training Academy, or you can go online at www.scfministry.com. Thank you all very much, and continue to fight until the bell rings.